comers. It's Canadian money, got blue on the finger from all of the plastic I'm thumbing. All the money that whipping on side of the next nigga.
Like, what's some tips?
I ain't gonna lie. 1 in 18?
Yeah.
Stop boxing.
Newest rules. Apparently the title of the book is called Fooling Fools. Y'all was riding all summer, pedal bars going #1 and
What up, what up, what up, what up? Salute to everybody in the building. Afternoon show, what up, man? It's been a while since I don't think I've done an afternoon show, actually. I think I've done a morning show, and then I think I've done obviously the late night show. That's what I usually be doing. Well, not even late night, man, but y'all know what I mean. But salute to everybody in the building, man. We here. I'm your boy, I'm your host, Ryan from the 6. We here to talk that boxing. Real boxing, as I like to say. Make sure y'all, kick your feet off when you get in here. Kick your shoes off, dust your feet off. Smash that like button. Show some love to the stream. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is hit that like button. Let the people know we out here. We talking that boxing. Obviously, this is a call-in show per usual. I got the links in the chat if you want to hit that. And yeah, man, salute to everybody who's getting off work or gonna get off work in about an hour or so. Hopefully we can get y'all home with this one. Everybody out there rocking out with me, I appreciate y'all, man. The support is always needed, always appreciated on this side. I love talking boxing with y'all, man. And it's just another day, another dollar. Obviously, we coming into another boxing weekend, another decent weekend, a lot better than the previous weekend, that's for sure. As we got Errol Spence Jr. making his return. We got Anthony Joshua making his return to the ring, and then we got Tyson Fury, who I didn't even know was on the docket, man. He's returning to the ring. And then on Sunday, shout out to Zupa Boxing, we got Edgar Berlanga and Richard Hitchens returning to the ring, man. So it's definitely a filled weekend of fights. I'm not sure what time the Anthony Joshua fight is starting that card. I'm gonna assume it's not gonna collide with the Spence and Tim Tszyu, because I heard that card is actually starting a little bit, later than usual. Usually we get those Australian cards like early in the morning or something like that, but I heard they're trying to cater to the US time zone. So that's awesome to hear, man. That's awesome to see that they're gonna do that for us. So we ain't gotta wake up all them hours in the morning to watch Errol Spence and Tim Tszyu. Usually when you got to watch those fights, you're like up at like 4 or 5, 6 or 7, if you're lucky. But I think for that fight, I'm hearing like we're getting regular time. So that should be a good fight to watch, man. Errol Spence, Tim Tszyu. Obviously, that's probably the highlight of the weekend, I think, for most of us, simply because we want to see. We want to see Errol Spence, man. We want to see if he's back or if he's if he's shot, man. I know I want to see it, man. What do y'all want to see? But make sure y'all smash that like button when you come in, like Ann Wolf gang. You know what I'm saying?
Really fight her.
Yeah, it's over. And also make sure y'all hit that like button for sure. We also got the links. We got the X Spaces rocking out right now as I speak. Let me try to move the window though, so I got too many windows open, man. Y'all know how that be. Too many damn windows. But yeah, we got the X Spaces. We also got the Discord up and rocking too. If you into the Discord, that's your thing. Yeah, man, we got the Discord going on right now. Is everything good on YouTube though? I'm not seeing. Let me make sure the YouTube is good, man. It's kind of not sure if that's on my end seeing that, but I think the YouTube is good from what I'm seeing. I think we rocking out on YouTube. Not y'all let me know in the chat, man. I don't see I see it's recording on YouTube, so I'm hoping for that. But you never know, right? You just never know with these things, man. But yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in. We are live. We streaming. We streaming, baby. Yeah, man, I'm not sure what's going on right now. Why can't I see it on this screen? Let me refresh the screen here, just so I know that we rocking and rolling. Cause like, if not, then damn, like what is going on, right? All right, there we go. I had to refresh the screen. We good, man. We got a couple topics we're gonna break down today. I'm gonna headline this show with the Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya. Obviously, for us boxing fans who just been watching, you would know, man. Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia have always been getting into it. It seemed like every week they got like something new to talk about, man. And obviously this week, Ryan Garcia, he's not pleased with Oscar bashing his fight with Conor Benn, right? And I think Ryan Garcia got a right to be mad about that, man. I mean, you know, it's a big fight for Ryan Garcia. It's his first title defense. So yeah, man, you wanna make sure Oscar at least is behind it. Even if Oscar don't like it, be behind it, bro. That's your fighter, man. But I think we all know why Oscar De La Hoya is acting the way he's acting, man, because he probably didn't want to work with Dana White, right? He didn't want to do this fight with Dana White, man. Keep it a buck. He didn't want to do this one. But you know, they paid Ryan some handsome dollars to make this fight happen. He also has a deal with Turki Al-Sheikh that he's gotta honor it. And we all know Turki Al-Sheikh is 60% of Zuffa, so yeah, man, you're gonna be over there with the Zuffa fighter, right? But that's crazy how DAZN was able to sucker in, getting the UK DAZN and Global. That's crazy, bro. I think the UK boxing fans, you know, though they don't spend the same amount of money as the US fans, I think, you know, they bring in a lot of eyes, man. They're probably going to be watching this fight. Yeah, it's going to be early in the morning for them, so it's an inconvenient. But nonetheless, if Ryan Garcia can go out there and have a hell of a performance, shout out to him. Because that props him up, man. At least in my eyes, that props him up and makes him really, not going to say legit, but it just makes him a bigger player at 147 if he goes out there and beats up on Conor Benn. We'll see, man. We'll see. But in the Versace interview with Mr. Versace, Ryan Garcia explains a little bit about boxing politics, what's been going on. And we'll just take a peep at that. Shout out to the Ring magazine for the interview. They had both men there, you know, so shout out to them, man. Mr. Versace talking to Ryan Garcia about the upcoming fight. Let's bring that up. Blew that up a bit. But the Ryan, man, he said when he wants a fight, it usually happens. So on his end, he's saying he usually get this shit done, man. And that's why I leave it with the question, the subheading there. Will Ryan leave to go with the DAZN or Zuffa after his contract is done with Oscar? Now, I don't know how his contract with Oscar is because, you know, like I said, him and Ryan, Oscar and Ryan, they always got something going on, man. Ryan's always saying it's his last fight. He said that like 3 times. And Oscar keeps reminding him like, nah, bro, you got like X amount of more fights. And I think like last time that Ryan said that was with the Barrios situation. He was like, yeah, I'm a free agent now. And then Oscar came out and said, nah, you ain't a free agent. You got 7 fights. And I'm like, 7, bro? Like you can't miscalculate 7. So somebody lied to us, man. And Oscar De La Hoya, his track record ain't been it. But it's weird, man. When it comes to Oscar, I actually believe the Ryan Garcia shit with him because though him and Ryan Garcia always be off, like his messages, they come back, right? Like with the Dana White thing, he said, yo, nobody called me. And then 2 weeks later, he's like, oh, I got a call. And then look at that. Like a week later, the fight was done, right? So like he kind of like told us and they didn't tell us that, yeah, the fight was done. But, you know, Oscar De La Hoya being who he is, he's always trying to take shots at people. He's always trying to go at people. You know, his messages come by very, like, I'm not going to say lying, but they come by like, hey, bro, you saying it, but you saying it like a slap in the face way. Like you're not saying it how it's really going down. So he's always telling half truths. That's what I'm gonna say. I'll cut it that way. He's saying half the truth, half a lie. And that's why Oscar can't really be trusted. But, you know, none of these promoters can be trusted. They all just be talking. That's why I don't bat for promoters and networks. That shit's weird. But I just think at a standpoint of that, man, Ryan Garcia is absolutely right. I believe him, man. I believe that there's a lot of boxing politics, especially with his fights, his name. And that's why I present the question as, yo, will he sign with DAZN? And I say DAZN more so than Zuffa because Ryan's actually expressed in interviews he's with traditional boxing. Like he wants to win the WBC. Like he loves the WBC belt. He wants to win the other belts. He wants to stay the traditional boxing route. And who knows, man? Who knows? Maybe Zuffa can make him that promise. But, you know, they haven't delivered that with their other guys. You know, you look at Richard Hitchens, had to drop his belt. Cool, whatever. He wasn't fighting at 40. All right, cool, whatever. We'll slide that one past. He was going up anyways. But we look at Shakur Stevenson. You know, they said that they don't have a license with the WBO. That's why they can't bid for the Haney fight. If that's true, then is Hitchens going to have to drop his belt? Or is Hitchens, I'm sorry, not Hitchens. Is Shakur Stevenson going to have to drop his 140 belt? I don't know, man. We'll see what happens with that, man. I just feel like, you know, that I just think like, bro, like honestly, we'll see, man. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm not against any of that stuff. I'm just saying, like, bro, traditional boxing still with DAZN. Like, you still see the title fights are over there, like literally. So I think Ryan Garcia will sign with DAZN, to be honest, just like Teofimo Lopez did. And who knows? Maybe if Teofimo Lopez can beat Rolly, maybe Ryan and Teo is the next fight. I know that was something that was talked about before, earlier in the year when Ryan beat Barrios. I think Teo was the first opponent that Ryan brought up that he wanted to fight next. A lot of people were obviously mad about it because Teo had just came off the loss with Shakur where, you know, he didn't win a round. Really, in my eyes. Maybe a couple if you're being nice. But he didn't really win a round in that fight. He got clean sweep. And then a lot of people are like, yo, why is he going into a title fight, which we're seeing anyways with Rolly? But that's just how you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. When you're a guy like Teofimo Lopez, put your foot in the mud, did all the dirty work, 2-time lineal. You know, he has all these accolades, man, to back it. So, you know, we'll see, man. We'll see, man. Shout out to my man Kenyo Taylor in the building. He said this is Ryan's last fight with Golden Boy. Yeah, man, I hope so, man. Salute to Boxing Junkie. What's going on? He said, yeah, all that will change when the money start talking. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, it ain't changed with the IBF because they stripped Jay Opetaia, right? And I see Opetaia taking them to court. I mean, shout out to them. I think the IBF, they've already been in the court with some situation, right? Where they had to, this is the reason why they so strict now, because I think they were already being investigated, because I think they are the only sanctioning body that's in America, like they're based in America. I think all the other ones are outside of America, so, you know what I'm saying? We'll see, man, we'll see. He said, no, he has 2 fights left. No, he had, I think he had the 2 fights with the ring. I think there was 2 fights with the ring. The one, Barrios was one. I think this one here is probably the last one. I don't know what the Golden Boy deal looked like. Like, I know, see, this is why I don't know where the Golden Boy looked like, because usually in these deals, Matchroom, Top Rank, Golden Boy, there's a little asterisk in there that says if you win a title, your deal automatically extends. And if you look, man, if you look at Ryan Garcia's last 2 fights, Oscar tried to get him a title. In the Rolly fight, that was a made-up title, bro. Like, those guys never fought at 147 when they both fought. Like, Rolly and Ryan, their debut fight was at 147 for a WBA title, which was supposed to be a world belt. Wasn't supposed to be no real belt. It was supposed to be a world belt, right? So they try to get Ryan in position with that. Whatever, it didn't go right. And then they came right back with the WBC. So it's like, I think they trying to get Ryan extended through that clause. And if you ever heard Teofimo Lopez talk, and I'm reverting it back to Top Rank, where did Oscar De La Hoya's career grow up in? Top Rank. He grew up through the Top Rank system. He was there pretty much his whole career till he went to his own shit, till he got big enough. But he came through that system, and in that system, Top Rank, they got them those loopholes in the contracts that tell guys when they win belts, their contracts are automatically extended. And shout out to Teofimo Lopez. He's the one that exposed that. He didn't really even know about that, he said, until he started winning the lineals and going up and beating guys and then understanding, oh, shoot, I can't get out this contract because I just went up and beat Josh Taylor. I just extended myself. But hey, we'll figure it out, man. Maybe he can buy himself out. I think there's always an option like that too, a buyout. We don't know what the number is. Yeah, when we start talking contracts, I don't like to get into contract talk because look, bro, I don't see Ryan Garcia's contract. I've never seen it. So how can I speak on it, right? How can I say what he may or may not have? All I know is like we hear Ryan Garcia saying he's a free agent, then we hear Oscar say he's not, and then months later, we see them working together. So I don't know what the relationship is, what the writing is in the contracts, but I would like to see Ryan Garcia fight on DAZN or Zuffa, man. One of the two. Just fight on the two, man. I think Oscar De La Hoya has done a disservice to Ryan Garcia. I think he's made Ryan Garcia's life a little tougher with the way he's handled the fights. I think honestly, man, if you got a guy who want to be loose and want to get out there and do the big fights, why stop him, bro? Why stop him? Like you did that, Oscar. Like that's why we love you, man, because you went out there and made us the big fights. So like, why are you stopping your guys from doing the same thing? Like, I just don't get it, man. I think it's very it's wrong, bro. It's wrong, man. My man Oscar gotta do better by his guys, man. You gotta put them out there. Let them fight, and if they lose, bro. Like, I think Ryan Garcia is one of the few guys who could take a loss, and it won't really take a hit on his image because his fan base is rabid, bro. His fan base got that cult-like following. They believe everything Ryan Garcia says, man. So I think he'd be fine with losing a few fights, but he can also man, he could do his thing, man. Ryan Garcia can definitely pull off some of these fights at 147. There's a lot of names there in the sense of like people we know, right? Moving up. But I just look at it like the division's still pretty shallow, bro. It's still pretty shallow at 147. When you go outside the champions and the top guys, it's not deep. So we'll see what Ryan Garcia could do, man. Shout out to my guy, Boxing Fan in the building. What up, man? He said, Ryan, what's your thoughts on Spence and if he can win? Yeah, bro. I'm gonna talk about Errol Spence here in a second. Shout out to Boxing Junkie. He said Ryan would be dumb as hell to jump to Zuffa right now. We don't know if Zuffa will be around. Oh shoot, he said. Yeah. He said we don't know if Zuffa will be around for long. Hey, we'll see, bro. We'll see, man. We'll see what Zuffa could do. Listen, bro. I know a lot of people think I'm a Zuffa hater just because I criticize him, bro. Like, nah, I ain't no Zuffa hater, man. I'm just not. I don't like to bat for promoters like that. And basically, I'll bat for the network before the promoter, to be real. Because the network is the ones supplying the money. They're the ones saying what they want, what they don't want, right? But the promoters, nah, man. Some of the promoters, they're sleazeballs, man. They don't care about the fighters. They really don't, bro. They just don't. But let me tell you how they don't. If you had a promoter, right, that said to every fighter, this is the promoter I'll promote when it gets to this point, that says, yo, man, 5% of your purse is going to go into a 401k or whatever with our company. Like, you with us, it's what your deal entails. Like, you're going to have some retirement when you're done, bro. Like, shout out to Allen Iverson's agent, bro, when he signed with Nike and they put that 50 mil aside till he was 50. And we all were like, we probably didn't know back then that shit was happening, right? But we looked at Allen Iverson now and how he dealt with his money and how he just wasn't AI anymore, but he had 50 million coming no matter what. That's genius, bro. Why can't the promoters do that for the fighters, man? Instead of just handing these dudes a check and then saying, yo, piss off, like, thank you for your service tonight. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, yo, man, let me look out for this guy's future. I see him. I see his kids all the time. I'm around his family. I see his support system he got behind him. Let me make sure when he hit a certain age, if he got problems, if he got anything, there's something in the bank. There's something. Something's better than nothing, bro. Like, they don't even got to match the contribution. They could just say, we just take 5%. It just goes in this account. You can't touch this account until you X amount of your 50 years old, whatever, 50, 60. So when these guys leave the game, they got something, man. There's too many times we heard about these guys leaving the game with their faculties gone and then the money's gone too. Like, I get it. People are going to say, well, they got to be responsible. Absolutely. But, you know, the promoters can act like they care, right? And do that little gesture. That little gesture can go far away, man. Shout out to my man, it's Mexican Boxing. I know that one that profile. Shout out to Mexican Boxing. He said, Ryan, the face of boxing. He said the biggest fight, Ryan versus Conor for the lineal. Hey, you just remind me, bro. Let me pull up these rankings, bro. Like, if we're gonna say this fight's for the lineal, then the lineal belt ain't the most prestigious belt anymore. Cause let me show you what's really nasty. If you're telling me this is a lineal fight, bro, don't bring that up. Cause if Ring Magazine allows this fight to be for the lineal don't mean freaking any more than any other belt. It's just simple. Like, the lineal belt, for me, it determined the best versus the best, the 1 and the 2, who that guy is. These guys ain't 1 and 3. You know what I'm saying? And like, you could just argue with your mama, but these is the rankings, bro. This is what's going on. Let me blow it up a bit for y'all to see. So right now, and if you ask me today, I don't think Brian Norman Jr. should be 2. I don't think Jack Catterall should be 3. I don't think Stanionis should be 4. I'll start with there. I think the 1 and 2 is Ryan and Devin, to be real. To be 1,000% real at 147. I think it is Ryan and Devin Haney. All right? That's just my personal opinion. I think they're the 2 best fighters currently in the division. So anyways, the ring is vacant at 147. Devin Haney's number 1. Norman Jr. is number 2. Jack Catterall 3. Stanionis 4. Ryan Garcia's 5. Rohan Polanco at number 6. Curiel 7. Rocha 8. Liam Pyro 9. And Lewis Crocker 10. Now, this is for the lineal belt, bro. This is for the lineal belt. If they throw the lineal in there, Ryan Garcia is at number 5. Did y'all even hear me say Conor Ben? He's not even ranked by the Ring. He's not even ranked by the Ring magazine. But y'all gonna put this on for a lineal title? That'd be nasty work at the highest level, bro. Like, that would be crazy, man. But let's dive into the topic still at discussion. Ryan Garcia expressing his frustrations with Oscar De La Hoya. And, you know, the whole... I think they're back and forth, bro. So I think the deal is probably almost done. I would hope so, bro, for Ryan Garcia's sake. But we just never know, man. We never know with these guys. It's unfortunate. And we'll see, man. We'll see. But we'll watch this next video here and react to it. This is on the Ariel Helwani show. Shout out to Ariel, man, my Canadian brethren. Salute, Ariel. He's always been doing good work. He asked the right questions too, man. I like Ariel. He's good, man.
Names. I don't understand why Oscar would have to go on Instagram Live and say nobody wants to watch this fight. It's like, what is the point of that? Think about that. Like, I'm your fighter. You shouldn't say things like that. That doesn't make sense. I have no problems with you. What is the point of saying that? To try to bash me and bring me down? That's only going to make me go higher. I don't understand what's your problem, bro. It doesn't make no sense. But
when you say the other side, who are you referring to?
Just the people around me. I'm not gonna name names. You know who I'm kind of talking about. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, I just want a structured team that's behind me, and then that people aren't gonna talk down on me if I'm on their team. You know, at the end of the day, I don't understand why Oscar De La Hoya. Now I'm gonna name names. I don't understand why Oscar would have to go.
He didn't want to name names, but he had to, bro. We all knew what he was talking about, yo. I need that meme. Name the names, yo. Remember I said that last stream, I said, I want these guys to name the names, bro. I want Pacheco to name them all. Bam Rodriguez named them when I see them. Yo, man, these guys don't name them. But shout out to Ryan Garcia. He did it anyways. He said, yo, I'm talking about Oscar. Even though I don't want to name him. I think we all knew that he was talking about Oscar. But me give a shout out to the rest of the people rolling in here. Shout out to Mecca Maro. What's going on, man? I appreciate you, Bless King. My man Dwayne Styles in the building. Salutos, my brethren. My brethren, man. We got Scardo F Heights. What's going on, man? He said a direct deal with the Zone. No promoter like Tio's could work out well for Ryan Garcia. I believe so. Thank you for tuning into the stream, man. My man Kenyon Taylor said they have a lot of money and Paramount Plus, but once football season starts, they going to sleep, man. I don't know, man. For real. I don't know. You still gonna have some boxing fans watching, man. Shout out to my brother Cyrus in the building. You got some people watching for sure, bro. Like, it ain't gonna be like the end of the world, Kenyo, man. I mean, I know football big in y'all country. Y'all love football. But I think some people will watch it for sure, bro. Especially if it's a big matchup on Paramount. People gonna watch. Absolutely, bro. They gonna watch, man. My man Boxing Junkie said, yeah, I agree. This shouldn't be for the Ring Magazine belt. Nah, for sure, man. If they put this up for the Ring, it's nasty work at the highest level, and it's just like one of those things where it's like, okay, the Ring belt's not any more prestigious than any other belt. Like they just lowered the standard. Like you can't lower the standard. Pugilism in the building. Said Haney versus Key, true 147 fight. Come on. Yeah, that fight's supposed to be on the way, man. We'll see, man. Darius Flowers in the building. My brethren, my guy, salute, brother. He said Rolly got to be higher than Ryan, in my opinion. Hey, man, I ain't mad at that. If somebody told me, hey, we want Rolly up above Ryan, I totally get it, man. You know, Rolly did beat Ryan Garcia, right? So I think that's valid, bro. I think that's valid. My man. Oh, shoot. Totally botched that. Who else we got up in here? We got my man Mecca said Ryan is not better than Norman. Okay. Nah, that'd be a good fight, man. That'd be a good fight. He said, how you leaving out Rolly Ramirez? Yeah, I know, yo, Kenyo. You see that Ring Magazine, that ranking is biased, bro. No matter what they say to you, that ranking is biased because Rolly's not even on there, right? He's a champion. And I think they didn't put him on there because like he went around and he ruffled the wrong feathers. Rolly said about a lot of not bad things, but he just went off on the Ring Magazine. He exposed the way he was treated at the Times Square card, and it just didn't rock well with Turkey Al-Sheikh. So I think they said they're probably not going to work with him again. But he just came out and exposed a lot of things, said, you know, he didn't have a proper hotel, and he felt like, you know, he was always like he wasn't really given a fair chance of even promotion. I don't know if you guys really remembered how that whole thing went down, but even Rolly Romero wasn't in that big commercial that they had, man. It was just Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. I don't know how you guys feel about that, man. I think that was terrible. Like what are we doing? We promoting a fight, but they were promoting the Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fight. And that wasn't even the fight that was going down, bro. But we'll see, man. My man Boxing Junkie said, nah, Ryan lost to Rolly. And 1 is Haney, 2 is Rolly. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I think that's fair, man. Pugilism said Ryan knows Key beats him, and all the people saying Haney beats Key will say Key beats Ryan too. Hey, you might be on to something, bro. I think Keyshawn Davis is a real player at 147, man. I think he's gonna be on it. He says, where's that sound? Man, shout out to Pugilism. He said, Ryan just said, bashing him will make him go higher. That's why Oscar talk trash, man. Negative promo still boosts attention. Yeah, no, negative promo gets all the attention, bro. Like, I don't understand it. When some negative shit pop up, everybody in the building, man. You know how that is. Negative attention gets you more eyes for sure, man. Jason Runs in the building. What up, man? He said pugilism crime, bro. Man. My man Jason Rowan said Ryan versus Connor for the Lineal Ring Magazine Championship. Decides the best at 147. Yeah, bro, that's a shame, bro. That's a shame because the one guy's not even ranked in the ring. The one guy's out the top 10. There's like Conor Ben. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fought at 147 in what? How many years? I don't even know where his best win is at 147. Where's his best win, gang? Y'all gotta tell me, man. This guy Conor Ben. He gotta get back to 147, bro. Cause right now he ain't doing it, bro.
That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that
Soft, bro. All that talk. And he talking about when he fought Chris Eubank, bro. We not talking about that fight because that was at 160, man. But hey, it's crazy, bro. What we see in boxing, man. Only in boxing, bro. But I hope this fight comes to us and gets here and these guys can fight. And I hope the lineal belt ain't with it, bro. Or else that lineal belt gonna end up beside the, you know what I'm saying, the trash list with the WBA. Right now, the WBA is a trash belt in my eyes because of the way they be acting with that belt. But man, if that belt, if they put the freaking Ring Magazine on that, bro, man, we gonna tell it, the ring gonna have to stop, bro. They gonna have to stop.
No, I'm 1-18 in boxing. Like, what's some tips?
I ain't gonna lie. 1-18?
Yeah.
Stop boxing.
We have to pack them up, bro, if they do that shit. Cause literally they just be coming like every belt, and then it's like, okay, what's so prestigious about the ring now? If it's not the top two guys, man. Shout out to Jason Runs. He said Haney fans B-side whenever it comes to Ryan. I mean, yeah, they gotta be the B-side. Respectfully. Rolly PBC. Yeah, Kenya, it was more like what he said, bro. He said, who's Rolly Ramirez? Rolando, bro. Who's Rolando? You don't know who Rolando is? My man Kenya Taylor said, damn, I do remember that. Rolly did get disrespected. Yeah, bro. If you go back, and I don't know why we're not getting the trailers anymore. Yo, I actually like that shit from Turkey Al Sheik, man. When he used to drop the trailers for the fight. For me, bro, the Arthur Better BF one when him and Bivol, the first fight, that one was dope. I thought the other one was good with fuck, man. Not the Ryan Garcia one. There's one before that, bro. I want to say AJ. Was AJ and Ngannou before Garcia and Haney? That one was decent, where they had like the Street Fighter scene. That was pretty cool. And then obviously the Eubank Jr. and Conor Ben one. That one was also pretty cool too. I think that one was the best one, to be honest. Where they had I think Speed was in it and KS whatever his name is. My son listens to that guy, KS1 whatever. Yeah, man. They were good in that one where they went in the video game. That was dope. But I think, man, we'll see, bro. My man, Bulbous, what's going on? World Order, man. Saluting the building. He says, salute, Ryan. Did you see Canelo interview with Hawani? Nah, I didn't see that, bro. They had Canelo on there? Hey. They had Canelo on there. Hey, shout out to my brother Alberto in the building. Big house over here, man. Salute, Alberto. What's going on, bro? Cameras crispy did it. Yeah, I no Diddy. You wild, bro. Yeah, I've been playing with it, bro. And that's no Diddy. I've been playing with it, but I've been trying to get it, the situation right with the lighting and everything. The Nigerian Nightmare in the building. Salute from the 6. You know what it is. Salute, brother. ERF Boxing, what up, man? He said, big up, Ryan from the 6. What up, brother? Salute to you, man. Thanks for coming through. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Let's get some more people up in the stream. We talking Ryan Garcia right now. You know how him and Oscar, they not on the right track, man. But I wonder if sometimes they just be like doing it to cause us to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody said, negative press, always gets boosted up. Maybe these guys are just masterminds at marketing because, Ryan Garcia, he knows how to promote. I'll say that. Like, I feel like of all the young cats in boxing, they can look at Ryan Garcia, man. He knows how to, he be up there wilding with Conor Ben. He be in the streams. He goes in the streams. He was just with Dean and AB. I thought that was awesome, man, that he was doing that. I think when guys like, I think Ryan Garcia understands this business in the sense of how to get the people to look. I think a lot of the other guys, yeah, I get it, bro. You locked in camp, you in the trenches. I totally get it, but you still got to get out there and do your thing. You still got to let the people know. And I think, like, honestly, these fighters, they don't need to even go to like do streaming like what Ryan does. They can just do lives in the gym when they in the gym. Now you don't want to show everything, but shoot, just do the warm up. Do the warm up then, or the cool down, the end of the workout, or the beginning. Just live stream from there. Answer some of the people's questions. Let them see your progression through camp, man. I think that gets people more excited talking about it. You know what I'm saying? We got my man Mick Doonan, bro. I'm gonna bring him up. Shout out to Mick. It's been a minute since I talked to him. He was at the World Cup, though, man. He was in Miami. What's up, Mick? Uh-oh.
What's up, Ryan?
Hey, what's going on, champ? We got you, man.
What's up, my bro? How's things?
Good, bro. Can't complain. How you doing over there, man? Commonwealth Games coming up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and watch Kioma. I think his sister is also coming over as well. So
Yeah.
I think there was 6 Canadians, yeah. So that'll be interesting. It's a good starting position for people, and then you can really see on the back of that you could go pro, or you can look to the Olympics next, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's quite. The Commonwealth Games is usually, it does produce good winners. I'm sure Josh Taylor's won it. Over in the past, Paul Smith, Dalton Smith. There's loads of English fighters that's won it. Australians. They've done well. Yeah. Like I've seen the whole Devin Haney situation playing out here.
Right. Purse bid, yeah.
A lot of people misunderstand what a purse bid is, though. Like, I know Gustavo's saying 75-25, which is correct. But if Top Rank win that bid, then it only really matters to Devin, yeah? He'll take 75% of that bid. And Keyshawn will revert to his Top Rank contract.
Right.
So, for me, if Top Rank win it, Keyshawn will get paid what Top Rank owe him due to his contract, if it's lower than the 25%. Which I imagine it would be, yeah. Like, I just want to see the fight. I want to see Devin fight. Keyshawn's fought twice this year, so I'm interested in if just make the fight. We've heard enough Shakur, Xander, all these other guys.
Right.
My fear is that if Top Rank win the bid at like 3.5 million, Devin Haney's no fighting for 2.5-3 million against Keyshawn. He would want more.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation, but people think, oh, Keyshawn will get 25%. Like, Top Rank's probably going to be the only bidder. And he'll revert to his contract. I'll go to boxing on this weekend. Some of them aren't great matchups, but some of the undercards are okay. I think Josh Kelly could get beat. I think Kevin Agarecchio was a great amateur. He's 18 or 19-0. Comes out the same youth gym as Crocker and Kakachi, who are both one was a world champ, one still is a world champ a multiple time. He'll be the third to come out of that gym. In a small country, it'd be crazy, but he's a great fighter.
Yeah, man.
I don't think Josh
I saw
Kelly,
his fight with Ishmael Davis. I thought he lost. What did you think about that one?
I think it was close.
Yeah, it was definitely close.
I think Kelly and Agarecchio will both do that. Like, Kelly won against Backram, landing 55 punches. This could be the same kind of thing where it's both technical boxers, but for me, Agarecchio's better on the front foot.
They talking shit about you, Mick, in the chat, man. Johnny talking shit.
Shut the fuck up, Johnny. Yeah. I've noticed that J.O. Pataya has sued the IBF.
Yeah, what do
What
you
a
think
waste.
about that?
Man, I read through the court document there. Man, he's wasted his time.
He got a case? Oh no, he ain't got a case.
He ain't got a case. Like Ryan, I'm not kidding you. Point two says Jaya Pataya would fight for the inaugural super belt. And then they're like, well, it's not really a belt. It might be a belt. It might not be a belt. But
Oh man.
it's crazy. Like what do people didn't understand is that this happened all through the 90s and the early 2000s to the WBO. And nobody won a case.
Mm-hmm.
Zero. Like it's interesting now that I think Ari McKenna's going to fight for an IBF belt.
Yeah, he is. I think on the Zufa card in Ireland.
Yeah. But there's no there is no Zuffa belt on the line.
Right.
So they finally maybe realise what they've done wrong as such. But Jai Apatow has not got a case.
Yeah.
Zero.
I think they tried to attach the IBF to the Zufa belt to try to legitimize it. And it just IBF said no, we don't recognize that belt.
Yeah, and it's funny that in his case he states that the Ring magazine's the same kind of thing, but that's a journalist decides that, and it's not a
Yeah.
promotional company. And it's like, man, shit on the one belt you've got left, saying it's not really a belt, but it's for journalists to decide.
That's exactly what it is.
Exactly, and it's like they're trying to say they're two of the same things. Like the Ring magazine's not a promoter, they're not a matchmaker, and they didn't put on fights. They didn't order fights. So, they're completely different.
Yeah, man. That's not gonna be cool, man. If Jay Apatow loses that court case, oh man. Man, that's gonna suck.
Yeah, I think he will. For me. There's no chance of him winning it. It's like it says, oh, the WBO, the IBF, the WBC, and the WBA are against him, but they all ranked him highly after he lost his belt, and still in the rankings. So
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense. What do you think of Tim Tszyu and Errol Spence? I think, I think Errol, man, 160 could be a bit much. Tim Tszyu has no head movement, but a new coach. For Tim Tszyu, he's only 31. I would have thought he was much older. And he's a younger fighter,
Yep.
fresher. I can't see Errol coming back after 3 years and be able to beat Tim Tszyu.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, the 3-year layoff.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think that'll help. Especially it's at 160 in Australia. And I would like to see Errol win, but I can't see it.
Yeah, man. I want to see it go down too. I want to see him win, but like there's just too much stacked against him. He ain't been active. Last time he fought out, there was a whole bunch of issues in camp. Yeah, man. He's with Ronnie Shields. This is your first camp with Ronnie Shields, your first fight with him. I get it. Tim Tszyu's kind of doing the same thing. Got to travel. It's just a lot of things against him, but like Tim Tszyu's no world beater in my eyes. I think he's I don't know. I think Tim Tszyu's hit his ceiling when he won his title fights. But we'll see, man. We'll see what Spence is, if he's just a shell of himself or if he needed that rest.
Yes. I think it's going to be tough for Errol over there. Tim needs to have some head movement. Hope Jay Fennick brings back some of the basic skills, because at his last few fights he just stood there in the pocket, no head movement. That could be dangerous against a guy like him.
Yeah, yep. that's where he's tailor made for Errol. Like if he does that, it could get nasty. But I mean, man, it's gonna take Errol Spence a few like rounds to get into it. So if Tim can take advantage early, he can do some damage.
Yeah, and I'm quite disappointed in some of the card that's in Saudi this weekend. Like,
Joshua, the Anthony Joshua one.
yeah, like there's fights that's on that card that could have been made together. Like Jacob Bank is like rated 2 or 3 with the WBO. Him man, he could have easily fought Hamza Shiraz here. There's other Satsumi is fighting a Mexican, which I think will be interesting. But there's a Ukrainian having his second pro fight on there. He's a real deal, but there's just a lot of mismatches, shall we say?
Yeah,
which isn't great.
nah, man. And we're not used to seeing that on these turkey cards. Also, like we usually see some good matchups, but I think you're right, man. I think Hamza Shiraz should be in a tougher fight. I know Josh Kelly, his fight's a mandatory, right? So we get that, but yeah, the rest of the fights.
Well, this is a voluntary for Josh Kelly. It's strange how it worked, but Agarco was supposed to fight Brandon Adams. Brandon Adams pulled out in the day. Then, because Kevin Agareki was not got a promoter, the IBF couldn't have a purse bid with him. So it then went to Backram and Brandon Adams. And then Brandon Adams is now pulled out of that. So this is a voluntary defence and Backram's now the mandatory.
Okay. All right. So shout out to Josh Kelly, man. Hopefully he can get through. So I do want to see him and Boots fight. I think that's a good fight.
Yeah, I think this is tough. I think this is a tough fight for Kelly. It's no, it's tough in the fact that Agareki can stick to a plan throughout a fight and fight the one way. It can also come forward. If Kelly's down rounds, I find it tough for him to claw it back.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to Kenyo Taylor with the $5 super chat. He said Errol can beat Tim Tszyu with his body punching, inside pressure, and head movement. What y'all think? Yeah, man. I think so. Let me give you your chips with the dip first before we answer that, bro. Salute.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Yeah, what do you think about that? You think Errol Spence can get to Tim's body? You're gonna have to do some work to get in there.
I think that's where Tim can be weak. Obviously, Tim's cut the last few fights. I don't think he's going to be trying to fight Errol on the inside. Errol can be quite dirty. Not dirty, but certainly in the clinch and things like that, Errol can be strong. He will use his shoulder. He will stick his head into areas where you don't want it to be. And Tim's got that. Well, best way to say it is damaged facial skin.
Right.
Yeah. Even at the like the head-to-head face-off, Tim's still got a scar, like soft tissue scar under his eye.
Yeah.
And if Errol catches that with an elbow, shoulder, head, it could be trouble.
Yeah, man. I think he's still struggling from that Tim Tszyu, that cut that he got from Fedora, man. That's crazy how it still be bothering him, but yeah, we seen it in the backroom fight where he was almost looking at his hands to see, hey man, or his head, tapping his head to see if it was bleeding. So we know it bothers him. But we'll see, man. We'll see what he can bring to the table. If he could even get back to that Tim Tszyu where, he was beating guys like Terrell Gausha, Because it's been a while since Tim Tszyu had like a performance where we're like, okay, Tim's back. Even his last fight, I thought was, it wasn't a great performance. I know the guy was undefeated, but, the guy had a built-up record.
Yeah, for me, Tim was in trouble coming to the end of that fight. It could have been stopped by the doctor. That's how bad the cut was. As I said, I can't believe Tim is only 31. And all the wars that he's been in, you would think he was closer to 40.
Yeah, he's been in some boxing wars for sure, especially his last years or two, getting stopped by Sebastian Fundora. That wasn't nice. But damn, man. You got a lot of fights too for a 31-year-old. Like you said, it's the wars. It's the wars, man. But like Errol Spence been in wars too. This man got his whole body flew out the damn car, man.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if you caught the cards that was on during the week. The Japanese card, Kenshiro Teraji became a 3-weight champ.
Yeah, shout out to Taraji, man.
Man, Higa was another great fight. That dude likes to just get beat by split decision or draw.
Oh, Higa lost?
Yeah, Higa lost.
Damn.
But it was a good close fight. They will announce a Japanese card tomorrow. Tension versus Inoue 2. Sue Boy fights a South African for the 115 belt in his fourth fight. There's another world title fight with another Japanese and South African, and I'm sure I read Goodman versus Museda was going to end up on there as well. It's I think Bam's in that kind of division with Takuma and Tension.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
Damn,
that's dope, man. Attention gonna get that rematch. Yo. Shout out to Tension, man. He's made that crossover, man. Shout out to Floyd. His wins keep getting better.
Oh, bro, that was good. I like that one.
Shout out to Floyd, man. He knows how to pick him, man. Yeah, man.
But yeah, it seems to be there's loads of these good cards coming on now. I'm looking forward to Cepeda and Roach.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good card, man. Like Conwell's back. Cepeda and Roach. Like, I think this is do or die for Roach, man. He been in 2 draws. He got to get this win, man.
Yes, I agree. Man, for Roach likes to I don't turn off in fights. Where he looks if he's doing well, and then he just seems to throw away 3-4 rounds. Like even let Pitbull use a jab.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Dr. Boxing Talk. He said, man, shout out to Raji, but he had title shots coming off loss. Yeah, that's the thing in boxing these days. Diego Higa, he also lost again, his 4th consecutive title shot without winning one. Ooh, for real? I didn't know that. He's a legend, though.
Yeah, it was a vacant belt for Taraji, yeah. It was one of Bam's old belts.
Vacant belt, man.
Yeah. Because remember, he was supposed to fight Willie Baldo Garcia, and Willie Baldo pulled out for the IBF on that samurai shot.
Right. That's right, yep.
Yeah, and then Bam's obviously vacated, so that was for the WBO.
Yeah, that's crazy. Higa's team got him 4 title shots without winning, bro. Yo, he does have the best team in boxing. Shout out to Doc. Yo, that's wild, man.
And I think that'll be true. Because he had 2 draws. Yeah, he did, aye. Yeah.
One with Antonio Vargas, right?
Yeah, one with Vargas, one with Satsumi, and I think he lost to Takai.
Satsumi, yeah. Yep. That's crazy.
Yeah. These fighters seem to get these shots because they're willing to go. They're willing to take fights quickly as voluntaries. It, for me, it was not a split decision, but I thought it was quite clear for Maseda the win.
Oh, okay. Thought he won the fight. Didn't get the nod though.
Yeah. Also, Ryan Garcia, I think Ryan Garcia either 12-0s Conor Ben or knocks him out.
Yo, you think that they're saying the ring bell gonna be on this thing, bro? What's going on here? They better not put that ring belt in here.
Nah, can't. Like, Conor Ben, I don't think Conor Ben's even ranked in the ring.
No, he's not. I just looked at it, man. He's like he's not even in the ring.
That's not going to happen.
Born to be disrespected. This Vega?
Yeah, tell us the idiot that told you it was for the ring belt. Let's put him out on the spot.
Yo, it was definitely
say the name.
It was definitely Mexican boxing that said it.
Exactly. So, I can't believe you would regurgitate something a fucking closet fucking retard, low intelligence person bro. He only says that because they do the interview sit down with the little Humpty Dumpty guy.
Yeah,
he puts the ring belt there because that's he's the one that presents it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, listen, that's the problem when it comes to boxing media is we rely on each other for information, and when you have guys that have 50 accounts and post the same thing, and you're not aware of, oh my God, this guy is one of the dumbest people on earth. That things can get regurgitated. Because you're seeing it over and over and over again. You're more likely to believe it, but never fear. Alex motherfucking Vega is here. So yeah, how y'all doing?
What's going on, Vega, man? Yeah, bro. I figured it wouldn't happen, but you right, man. Mr. Versace, that's his belt, so he's gonna, that's what they're trying to promote over there. But I kind of find it funny that they haven't really promoted the WBC belt. Is this even for the WBC? Like, they haven't really said that.
Yeah, so on their poster, they just call it the welterweight world championship. That's Zuffa. It's obvious Zuffa is not really. They're playing nice enough for the fighters to eventually ward them off of it. They want to push these guys towards the Zuffa and the ring belt. Mm-hmm. And I think someone said earlier, maybe it was, I think Nick, when he was talking about the lawsuit. They're learning, like, it's not smacking a baby or or whatever Dana said.
Right.
At least it says like smacking babies. Because these, first of all, the fighters have been conditioned to believe these belts is the ultimate goal. And so obviously they reach it and they realize, no, it's money fights.
Mm-hmm.
You heard Errol talk about it. He says he came back and they asked him, is it to become a champion? And he's not saying no, but he's definitely not saying yes. Because at the end of the day, he wants to put on the big fights. And when you reach the level that Errol has, putting 40,000 for belts, and you kind of realize that I can do this without paying them. Because remember, he actually was very vocal in that fight in the lead up to Terrence about paying sanction fees and being unaware.
Right. Yeah,
I mean, we've heard it from other fighters before. That was the most recent big fight, I would say, that he actually spoke about it, that I can recall myself. Is that the topic of the show? I'm sorry, I just kind of jumped in. I got some free time.
Nah, man.
Is it the Errol?
Errol, yeah, obviously Ryan Garcia talking about Oscar. AJ coming back. They're kind of, that whole card. The AJ card is kind of a tune-up card. It's kind of weird, man. That card.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep just going off of what I heard recently, like from Mick, and I think it's a shared sentiment. It's like, yo, Hamza Shiraz, you just became a world champion. And the way the opponent you wanted was, he was undefeated, but he was a 39-year-old prospect that never fought out of Germany and like Kosovo or whatever. And now he's facing Simon Zakimhuber, who lost to a guy that's fighting on the prelims against a world rated. He lost to Powell August on late notice. Got a tune-up himself, and now he's fighting for a world championship. It's pretty nasty. But let's look at it from a different lens, just for the sake of conversation. This is his second fight in 2 months. We talk about we want these guys active. He had a 10-month layoff between Berlanga and his world title shot, and now he's coming back in 8 weeks. That's I'm not so upset about it when you look at it in those type of lenses, like I was stating earlier. 2 fights, 2 months, basically. The first fight was such an easy one, and they're staying active. They're getting him. People say they care about fighters getting paid. He's getting 2 paychecks in 8 weeks on a big card on a first in Egypt and from the pyramids, and now he gets to go to Jeddah and Saudi Arabia and get to eat grapes and get fanned by indifferent savings. And yeah, man. I mean, he's living the life that a lot of people would like while being a world champion. He's getting his. He's paying his dues in the sense. He's getting money. He's a world champion. He's getting the fencing. I think it's how we follow this up. Are we going to take another 10 months off for you to see you fight? And it'd be a tune-up? Are you going to take 10 months off and fight a Jacob Bank who nobody knows but is highly ranked? Stop Willie and the great Canelo couldn't do. Take on Diego Pacheco, the up-and-comer. Unify with a Munguia if he goes through his next defense.
Yeah.
I think we have to be honest and not so live in the now and in the short term. Because if that's what he followed it up with, then these 2 fights give us everything we want: activity and leading up to a big fight. It's going to, possibly back to 3 knockouts in a row, a defense. So now people, they say you have to defend the belt to be a real champion. But then when they do it, who are you defending against? It's always something, and I'm not happy with it.
Yeah.
Simon Huber, but. This is the thing. People say things and then they want to alter it after the fact. You have to do this for me to give you credit. But still, it was this. I can't give you credit. So, we got to keep it 100. Like, if he gets the defense in and then fights someone big, that's what we want. And there's plenty of good fights to make. But you got Canelo versus Billy fighting in September, and I think that's what he's holding out for. That's what's in their plans. I think if he would have beat Bud, he would have fought.
Yeah.
Remember, there was those rumors that he was going to fight a Chris Eubank and a Hamza. If Chris would have won against Connor and whatnot, and things didn't go that way because he didn't even get to beat Bud Crawford. So yeah, no, man, I think they're just putting things right back into plans. We've seen this already for years. What's his name? Turkey Al-Sheikh, his plans get ruined because upsets. So, it's not a bad thing if you see they're recalibrated. AJ, Tyson Fury is still going to happen, even though they both lost their fights against different levels of competition or whatnot. It's still going to happen. They just have to win again Friday and Saturday. No TV for Fury. Interesting.
That's
I wonder if when he beats this 50-year-old. What's his name? Maurice Vop. I wonder if they're going to put him on a direct flight over there to Saudi Arabia so they can do the face-off. And let me tell you, people are going to say it's too late, but when the fight gets made, it's going to be buzz worldwide within boxing fans. Just like I'm cool with Errol fighting Tim Tszyu. There's questions that I would love to see the answer in real time.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure I have the actual DAZN stream. Because, is it these guys, are they the best 154-pounders? No. But the 2 guys trying to prove something in the later stages of their career. They're 2 guys that have never shown you, that they're not going to give 100% of their effort, even though we've seen one guy quit. The other guy basically pack it in before the fight and say, I'm hurt. And, I'm still going to go to the fight to get this money. Even though that's happened, there's still, every fight you've seen, they've tried. Errol took a horrific ass whooping, and he still wanted to fight. They're getting dropped, 2 or 3 times, or about to get dropped a 3rd time. Tim Tszyu, before he on his stool, he gave his best effort and was, had what? He had his before Xander had his 30 seconds to a minute against Boots. He had his 30 seconds to a minute against Spondora where he couldn't stop landing in the rematch. But that was his final push. He knew he gave just like Xander went down on the disgusting knee. Um, so these are guys that you're gonna get moments to say, fuck it, I'm doing everything I can. Whether you're kicking my ass or I'm gonna fucking beat you down to a pulp or until the ref stops or until the bell rings. So I think these guys are fighting to regain that pride, to regain that love from the people. I think these guys, they love it. No one can say anything. In the crowds they have, to put on the shows they have, I think they're fighting to regain that, to have that moment again, whether it be one time or multiple more times. So I think all in all, it's a pretty decent weekend of boxing, and I think Saturday, I'm telling the wife, leave me the f alone. I'm telling these kids, feed yourself. Yes, you can play. You can go on your tablet and watch TV all day. I got shit to do.
Word. Salute to Dr. Boxing Tuck for reing up the membership, man. I appreciate you. Roll out with the members, man. $1 a month. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. I see y'all. Somebody said he banned him. Shout out to Alberto, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Errol Spence, he got a lot of questions to answer. I don't know. Does he fight again? Like, I think that's the biggest thing. Like, if he goes through this, because he just went through another camp, and it didn't sound like, you know, he liked what camp life was like. I think that's what pushes a lot of these guys out the sport, man. And I'll play a clip here where he was talking with Polly and the Pro Box crew about how camp went. Oh, shoot. Great. Sound doesn't want to work. I guess I'll go to this other tab. Oh, man. Why that not working? My man basically said, you know, he had a rough camp at the start, which is understandable. But, you know, he said he's not bouncing back like he used to, man. So I'm wondering, is recovery an issue with Errol now? You know, he is older, the older guy in the fight too. But I think,
All right. And, you know, tension is him being such a fucking like a workout warrior.
yeah,
See, so long. I mean, he might have been, you know, still working out to stay physically fit, but we all know physical fitness and boxing fitness are literally two separate things.
yeah,
When it
big
comes
time.
to creating a workout plan. So I think being away and aging and you remember he didn't. It's not like he eased into aging. He took the time away from actual boxing camp. I think obviously once he had to put up the intensity, he saw he focused on recovery. I may have to do recovery 2 times a day, every day, and
Yep.
then I'm sorry, when the volume of the workout's lower, do 3 times recovery. It's because his body's different. He has to learn his body,
Right.
and I think what happens on Saturday, remember, is going to be the truth teller for him. Be like, hey, if he loses, but he feels like I can do this again, or if he wins and it was like it just wasn't worth it, you know, that's where they say the score circle is where the truth, you know, where the truth lies. That's where we see the truth, and I'm excited a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It's a sports supporter, a fan, I guess. I like to see questions arise and us get answers from the actual performance.
Yeah, man. We'll see. I want to see what Ronnie Shields and Spence look like also. You know, we'll see what happens, man, with that fight. Obviously, Errol Spence, I think if he campaigns at 160, that could be decent, but I think like you, Vega, like he just got to go where the big fights are, the big names are right now. And I don't know, man. What could happen? He's got to get through Tim Tszyu first, though. There's still like 3 years. I can't act like I'm picking him off the 3-year layoff, because that's tough, man. In any high level sport, for anybody to sit down for 3 years and come back, I mean, that's wild, man. You know, it's crazy to think that Michael Jordan sat down and came back and won championships. Like, just at that high level, man. Floyd did it too, but man, I don't know. Is Earl in that type of conversation? Because those guys are like the greatest of their sports.
Well, let's. I mean, right. Obviously, it's not a perfect comparison because MJ's. You know, he's not just seen as a GOAT in basketball. He's seen as the GOAT as a professional athlete. But yeah, remember he took time off, came back, took time off again,
Right.
in his late 30s, approaching 40, and it was different. Errol's
Yeah.
taking time off due to injuries, and now he's taking time off from an ass whooping. Is it going to be similar to like the MJ? There's a drop off, even
Right.
though we can still see he wants to be that, and maybe flash. Maybe we'll see flashes of it, but it's going to be different. We saw that Jordan couldn't stay healthy as an older guy. He couldn't drop 28, 30 points. You know, him dropping 20 was still amazing because he was 40.
Yeah. Yeah. In his 40s, man.
One
I-
thing I would say is the 160 division's opened right up.
Mhm.
Adames is going to go up, so you'll get a vacant belt there.
Mhm.
Yanni Beck moved yesterday. Denzel Bentley's now the WBO champ, which is pretty much picking food for anybody that fights him. The IBF's still vacant, and Lara's a WBA, so I'm sure Errol can get a shot somewhere if he wins.
He wants.
Yeah, I
If he
don't think he
wanted
wants
to,
belts. I think he just wants big money fights.
Something to get up for. I don't think just a world title, to fight Lara. I'm not sure. I mean, that's within him, but I don't think that's going to be big enough. Now, to fight Mel, because they've been building it up to the media. There's the actual story to it, and Mel is
Yeah.
similar to him from injuries keeping him out to losing a lopsided loss and taking a long layoff. I mean, you could say those are very comparable stories. And remember, Mel was not a undisputed champion. Errol was a 3-belt champion. They both were seen as pound for pound guys, and they're on the back end. So that might get them more for it because Mel's going to talk that shit. They know each other. They've been around each other, obviously, from training together. People will be excited, especially here in America. Better boxing
That'd be
fans.
good, man. Especially if they give us a good presser. Cause like they got history. So like they used to train together. We get those stories, man. If Spence start telling us he was hurting him in sparring, and Mel says he had a good day here, sparring warrior's gonna come out. We'll see, man. I you know how the sparring warriors are, man. Everybody hears something happen in sparring and they think the fight, we don't need to see the fight anymore because they had one guy had a good day. It's like, come on, man. Guys gotta stop, man.
World champion, baby.
Yeah, man. Floyd Schofield Jr., where you at, man? He even beats everybody in sparring, man. It's crazy. But yeah, what do you guys think about AJ though, man? Like AJ's coming back. Do you think he got to have a statement win, or he just got to get the rust off?
He just got to get the win. That's it, bro. Like, him and Fury is basically a done deal as long as they win. Like, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing with Errol. All he has to do is win. He could get his ass whooped and still win.
Yeah.
And he can get any fight he wants. Same thing with AJ. If AJ wants to pivot to say, you know what, I want to fight this person, go make it happen because he can command those type of things due to what he's accomplished, his positioning within professional boxing, because of who he is and what he's accomplished.
Mhm.
But I don't. I mean, he wants the Fury fight. It's obvious. No matter how he acted after Fury's last fight, he was doing that for his own reasons, right? I think if you watch his last interview, at least I saw the clip, he made it out. He talked about a dream. If it was a dream scenario, it would be he knocks out Ranga and Fury comes in and talks his crap,
Okay.
and then they face off. I mean, I think even though we're here in North America, we'll still see it. We know the winner's not the best in the world, but we've been part of the story and we've seen these guys, and we feel like it's a chapter missing from both of their stories. That it's only right that they have that somehow, some way, even though it's not at their peak.
Yeah, man. They better put that in the UK, man. They better not bring that over here.
Yeah, we don't
See,
need that here.
for me, I think Fury needs this more than Joshua. Resume wise, like Tyson Fury's only ever beat 2 world champions, guys that were world champions at a point. He's only beat 2. One was Klitschko at 40-year-old, and he failed a drugs test after that. Another one was Deontay Wilder. He's never beat any other world champion or guys who were world champions. He really needs this one. Joshua's resume is a bit better. But yeah, if they both lose, even if they lost this weekend, the fight would still happen. I can't see it being anywhere in the other than the UK. Nobody in the US is interested in this fight. It's a bit like Cannon Brook. It's probably far too late.
I'll disagree with you for the fun. No, I think AJ needs it because you said he only has 2. Well, look at the 2 guys: Deontay Wilder, a guy that was exhilarating boxing, especially here in America with his knockouts. A guy that's going to go down as one of the biggest punchers of all time. And then he beat one of the longest reigning champions. Yeah, he was 40 years old, but he was still reigning, still beating guys. Was going undefeated. I don't know. I can't recall. But I'm sure he went undefeated for almost a decade, or even he might even reach the decade.
Who, Klitschko?
Undefeated streak.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, right. He went almost 10 years or around that on a straight streak of wins. So those they may only be 2, but they're such heavy wins on his resume that AJ doesn't have that. He has the Klitschko that was off to a loss. And the long layoff, if you want to go there.
He sparked that Klitschko.
So that would be even lesser.
Fury fight was nasty, bro. Y'all see that one? That one was disgusting. Like,
yeah, Fury won convincingly, while AJ had a fucking dogfight, which he fucking annihilated his head. I mean, yeah, he almost took his head off his neck.
Yo,
and people forget Klitschko got up. But yeah, I think he beat him more emphatically. But it was when Fury beat him in a disgusting, murky fight. But it was how he beat him, with Klitschko still being on that run. So I think it's definitely debatable. So let's say this, Mick. This win would mean a lot for both of their careers.
Yeah, I think so.
For me, more for Fury. Obviously, Joshua's got the gold medal. Retained his belt off a champion. He beat Klitschko to unify. He beat Parker to unify. He's beat other guys who were other world champions at some point. Where Fury's not even fought them. Like, he did beat Klitschko, and then he done a 2-year ban for drugs.
So is the winner the second best heavyweight out of the UK ever?
No, nah, not for me.
Nah, Lennox Lewis, bro.
Lewis
is the best.
Oh, you mean all time? All time.
Yeah, yeah. All time UK heavyweights.
So wait, number one's Lennox, ain't it?
I mean, for sure.
I think everyone and their mom agree with that.
That's why I said whoever wins this between Fury and AJ, they number 2.
Oof, man. I mean,
for me, he's better both of them. David Hayes better than both of them. Dubois actually probably got a better resume than both at the minute. He started big back. Bruno fought all big fighters. He's probably the most popular boxer ever in the UK.
Oh, Frank Bruno?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he just not more accomplished than Lennox, though. Like, Lennox, yeah. He can't really stack up his resume beside Lennox. That's the issue.
So, wait, who do you think is the second best? What's the name?
Frank Bruno?
For me, probably David Hay.
Oh, David Hay. I forgot about David Hay.
I don't...
I would say he the best cruiserweight.
How do you justify that? Yeah. Well, I don't know about the UK because they got that guy Johnny Nelson, right?
Nah, well, David Hayes
He's the most
Yeah, Johnny Nelson.
Nah, David Hayes miles clear to Johnny Nelson. Johnny Nelson was like one of the old WBO champs.
Right, but I mean, he talked about accomplished. That was a word he used a lot. And Johnny, I mean, how many defenses did he have?
9, I think.
Damn.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Wasn't even a world title back then, though. Yeah. Wasn't even recognised at that point. It's basically my being.
That's crazy. Yeah, you're right.
So let me ask you, how do you recognize the world championship? Is it like a form, or like do they just say, "Hey, we like you now"?
Yo, I think it's who holds it, but like, I feel like the IBO gets held by all the top guys too. They all held it at some point. So
I'm saying, so how do you get in the cool club? Like the other sanctioning bodies just have to say, "Okay," like that's how it works.
Pretty much that's how it goes.
So we okay with that? Like does that like because they say yes, now we as the fans can support it? Is that how it works?
Nah, because you know the WBC right now and the BA, they looking like the stupidest sanctioning bodies these days. They just be doing they doing the dumb stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ryan. It's who holds it and who you're fighting.
Yeah,
that matters. So who's gonna matter most?
So for me, that the big difference between Johnny Nelson's WBO belt and Prince Nassim's WBO belt is Prince Nassim won all the other belts at the same time and dumped them. Yeah, beat the champion, dumped the IBF. Beat the champion, dumped the WBC. Won the WBA, dumped that, and kept his IBO. For me, that's different from what Johnny Nelson done. Just fight cans. Yeah. He was the London can crusher or the Yorkshire can crusher, shall I say?
No way. You just fight.
Yeah, man. Like, at least he was a unified champ. There's only really him, Holyfield, and Usyk that are heavyweight champs and cruiserweight champs. They've now got Garcia. They now have Gassiev.
Gassiev, yeah.
So,
was Chisora ever cruiserweight or no?
No, Chisora's never been a champ. He was never a cruiserweight either. For me,
yeah, he's talking. I heard something about he might fight Gassiev here for another title. Yo, that'd be nuts if he fights Gassiev.
I think Gassiev's going to fight Kabayel in a unification.
Oh, okay, that'd be good.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
That'd be good for Kabayel.
But what makes it good though?
Because Kabayel's been like, he's been on the back burner. He's been ducked. He's been in the line.
Do you want to look at ICF's line to the WBA? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like you said, like it makes WBA look foolish. Like his whole run to become champ and now is champ. It's disturbing as a boxing supporter.
Yeah,
but I'm supposed to respect the sanctioning bodies because they've been around for 100 years.
Nah. I'm gonna be real. I don't respect the BA. That's why when BoxRec took them off, I was like, "Good man, they doing dumb shit. You're not recognizing them."
Yeah, that's why I think they should. Well, I think that's why they want to fight each other. They're both email champs of some sort, both elevated.
The email
and if
champs,
they fight each other, to fight each other, it's like a new Boots and Stanionis. Yeah, it's like we can be the lineal email champ.
Oh, they better not do that, Mick. They better not throw that lineal belt in that fight. That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
I think Usyk still has the lineal though, right? He didn't drop. Well,
yeah, he's got to get. Yeah, you can't.
He's got to be beat.
And I think that King
No, you can't drop the lineal. I think you got to be beat or you got to be inactive for like a certain amount of years.
Well, you can drop the ring belt. You can vacate it.
You could vacate it? I don't know.
The ring, the lineal belt is such a funny thing, right? Because it's not, if you really look at things through history, it's not really a physical belt. The ring just calls themselves the lineal belt.
Right.
So what's the lineal belt? In actuality, it's not. It's a status.
Right. That's how it is to me. It's a status. That's why, like, when Tyson Fury was running, I'm the lineal champ. Like, yeah, bro, you don't got the lineal belt. You just, you beat the guy. You beat Klitschko.
Yeah.
What was Klitschko the lineal champion? Because he never undisputed.
I think he did, didn't he? He was in the 3-belt.
No.
From what
he fought a Russian dude, and they said, all right. Nah, bro. His brother had a WBC.
Oh
His
shoot.
brother was the WBC champ, and he had all the other belts.
Mm.
And then his brother retired or had the injuries, and he fought some Russian guy, Ruslan Chagayev or some crap like that. And then he moved to fight for the lineal title.
Oh, okay.
And so he was considered. A bunch of writers say you are the lineal champion now. That's how it goes. That's all it is. It's just a bunch of fucking old white guys that say, "Oh, you are the best." So what makes it different from you and me?
Yeah.
So even for there though, you still beat Hay, you still beat Povetkin. So at one point it would have been that is the lineal status as such. He's not different for like Roy Jones. Roy Jones was an undisputed champion that never was a lineal champion.
Really?
Just because he was never a lineal champion, Roy.
Yeah, man. I think that
Well, no,
lineal
to
shit's
become
overrated.
lineal.
sometimes.
Well, all these things can be overrated. Like again, it matters who you beat. Just like he said,
Yeah.
look who Briscoe was beating up. He beat up so many top guys. You can't deny that he was the best. But you said Roy Jones, he fought good guys, but there wasn't those. He didn't have those real rivals, those real threats. Whether you believe because he was too good or the guys weren't good enough.
Yeah.
You can't really blame him. But at the end of the day, like, you know, it is what it is.
James Toney fight was good, bro. They just fought. They fought like young, real young. Shout out to them.
I mean,
Yeah, Hopkins was good too.
yeah, for Roy, like Roy just beat everybody that Michalczewski beat the fight before. He just didn't want to fight Darius Michalczewski, and he never did.
Oh, what was that guy, like German or some shit?
Ducking.
What was he?
Yeah, I'm sure he was German. German, Polish.
I've never seen that guy fight in my life.
He was a two-way undisputed, well, one-way undisputed champ.
Yeah.
Then he was a cruiserweight champ. But Roy didn't want to fight him.
Damn. Say, bro.
Right. He wanted a certain amount of money to go out. He didn't want to go out there or some shit like that, right?
No way.
That was the issue. Yeah, Roy didn't want to go to Europe to fight that guy.
Problem?
If I'm not mistaken.
He
wanted a certain amount of money to go out there because he felt like if I don't knock him out, then I'm gonna get robbed.
Yeah, he had PTSD because he literally experienced that with the Olympics.
Right. Which I'm sorry. At the end of the day, you say you're the best. You can't just say it over and over again and I accept it as a boxing supporter. And nor should you, nor should you, nor should we. You have to get in the ring and do it. If your promoter and manager are trying to put up the fight, they don't believe in you. But the other team is willing to pay for it, but yours isn't. So what does that mean? You got to look at it in full perspective. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Shout out to Karen Chukadazian's team who won the bid against Boots. I remember that.
Right. Got it. Yeah.
They believe
that was for the rematch?
Yeah, that was for the rematch. Yeah.
They won it against Patty too.
Yeah, you're right, because he had to go over there. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, man. See, he's going to be loyal to those guys, most likely, because they believed in him.
Exactly.
Someone's like, yo, you're losing because your team is stupid.
Nah, man. They put him in position multiple times.
Yeah, I can't believe Donovan actually beat him in Germany.
You thought he was going to lose?
Man, well, they kind of robbed Donovan against Crocker in Ireland. I didn't think he could get a result in Germany being the away fighter.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I see what you're saying. On Karen's promotion, his backyard. You know, yeah. I know he's Ukrainian, but that's where he fights in Germany, but
yeah, that's what the promoter is.
Yep. You think a lot of the cards are stacked against you, and that was a close fight. Maybe if he doesn't get the freaking
knockdowns, right?
Maybe if he doesn't get the knockdown, it's a little different.
He got 2 knockdowns, right? Or they didn't call the second one?
They didn't call the second one.
They did. They didn't? No, they did, remember, but we couldn't tell if it was a trip or not because of the camera angle, because he punched him, but it looked like he might have tripped him to say. Yeah, I believe it was 2 knockdowns, Ryan. I feel pretty confident in that. The first one was dead on.
Yeah.
It was a
Nah.
good fight. And like you said, right? If Karen could have just not been fighting so much on the front foot in the beginning, that fight would have been different. But you don't get do-overs. Shout out to Patty, man. Like Mick said, I feel like, man, talk about getting the short end of the stick a couple,
Mm-hmm.
both of those Crocker fights. But Crocker got better. You got to give him, I didn't like he changed his team, but he looked really good in that power fight, even though he didn't get the decision. He looked better, I should say, than
Yeah.
he did against Patty.
Yo, I scored that fight live. I thought Crocker won, bro. I gave it to him.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I wasn't mad at the decision because I'm like, yo, he down under, man. He in Australia. It's gonna be tougher. It's gonna be tougher to get the judges to score that fight for you, man.
Nah, fuck that, bro. He won, he won. It doesn't matter if that shit was in space. You got to get rid of like, yo, home court advantage, that should only matter with energy from the fans, not on the fucking scorecards. That's
Yeah, it
ridiculous.
does.
It's not like
bro. Because them judges,
in
they
the
not
NBA,
even, they're not
in the
fighters,
NBA,
bro.
they change in 23s. You know what? It's the home team. So even though he had a 15-footer, we're gonna give him an extra point. That's ridiculous. I know that's what it is. I'm saying it shouldn't be like that, and it shouldn't be accepted. They should be reprimanded if they truly gave this guy home field advantage just because he was the home fighter, not from what he actually did in the ring. You know what I mean?
Nah, Pyro fought good, man. He fought good. He did what he was supposed to do. I just thought Lewis Crocker had the better work, man. I just thought he had the better work.
Yeah, I thought Paro won 7-5. Crocker gave too many the early. We watched it together, Ryan, and I think Crocker gave too many the early rounds away. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He gave a lot of the early rounds. Yes, I will say that he did. My man said Shakur.
Yeah, Crocker's whooping his fucking ass towards the end.
Yeah, Paro looks very small for that weight.
Wow, this guy got yo Mexican boxing. You got too many pages, bro. How you got all these pages, dog? That's crazy.
Who runs?
He went to another one. Shakur is boring. That's a new one.
They pop out a new one. Right, everywhere I look, I see a new Mexican. So
that's a new one, bro. Shakur is boring. That's hilarious.
That's a good name. It's attention. You're gonna remember that.
Oh man, nah, that's crazy, man. What do you guys think about Fury's fight not being It's not gonna get, we're not gonna be able to see it. I guess it's a Netflix thing. I don't even know what that means. Like, so what are they gonna show it to us on some special or something like that?
So
I don't know.
That's what Fury said.
I feel like that's kind of weird. Like, I don't know. I think Netflix can be more creative. They could have did a live stream within like his series. Like, yo, do his episode. Doesn't he have a series on Netflix or something like that?
Yeah.
Do
yo, you know what's funny?
And stream it as a live. Like,
yeah, it's like for me, like Fury, it's for the humanitarian. I'm gonna donate all the money. And like we've heard all this bullshit before, Tyson. You're donating nothing to nobody. You're taking that ticket money and it's going in your pocket.
Oh hell yeah.
Like you said, mental health will pay the money to the homeless and I'll do all this. He never donated a penny ever.
Damn. Yeah, bro. Them turkey bags, man. He came back for them. He's back for the biggest one. I think the AJ fight's gonna be the biggest one, obviously. But all those Usyk fights, man, he made a killing.
Yeah, you can actually go on and look at his in the UK. The boxers always fight under a company name. Yeah, you can go on and click on him. He's got like 190 million cash in the bank. No invested, no doing nothing, just cash at hand. Same with Joshua.
That's what the company gave him? Oh, shit.
Salute to him. My son actually enjoys his show. He actually asked, "Can we watch an episode?"
Oh, he
He's been
watches it?
asking. Yeah, man, he's 15. Him, and my girl. We watch it together.
Hey, shout out to Tyson Fury. Yo, why doesn't Ryan Garcia and these other guys do that shit, man? Yo, Adrian Broner did that shit, and it was good. He did that shit
when
way
he did the
back in
YouTube
the
series.
day. Yeah, about Billions. He did that way back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, he was doing dumb
No, they
shit.
do the kick shit.
Yo, AB was doing dumb stuff on that. That's when
He's making like 6 figures on kick streaming right now.
Oh, no, I'm talking about before that when he used to do his YouTube series.
No, I know. I'm just saying, instead of doing the series, that's what they do. They do the kick.
Oh, they do the kick. Okay, yeah, I remember that, bro. When he did the YouTube and he throw away all the dollar bills and stuff like that. He's like, I don't hold cash. You know, cash only. I ain't throwing coins at people. I'm like, this dumbass, bro.
Money up in the air after buying something at Walmart.
Yeah. Yo, bro, that was legendary, but at the same time, it's like, bro, this guy, man.
You know what? If he was doing that now, like let's just put him back 12 years.
Oh, he's viral.
He would be a pay-per-view doing million buys again
absolutely.
and again.
Yo, he'd be killing, bro, because people like seeing shit like that for whatever reason in this time and age, man. Back then, he was like, damn, bro.
It's at a moment, but also, I mean, he is who he is. Like I've accepted he's this individual. He is going to be that kind of person no matter what.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter until he dies. So I don't mind it. I find entertainment out of it, and when I don't find it entertaining anymore, I stop paying attention to it. Simple as that.
Word.
For me, AB's made for being in front of that camera.
Yeah.
He's funny. The way he comes around things, the way he explains things. I think he's really funny. And I would rather see him doing that than try and box again, yeah.
Not a serious boxing match against a real contender. But you're right. He's got that, you know, that thing that people say, he's got that it factor. He's got it. Whatever it is, he's got it.
I actually like him as a coach better. Like, you know, I don't know how much knowledge and guidance he can give to a fighter, but, you know, for these streamers, yeah, he's like perfect for those guys.
Right. He'll show you. You know, he's real big on, man. I don't give a damn what you got going on. Like, you got to get your ass up in and come on. No, he doesn't take no for an answer. Yeah, I think he'd be I don't know if he could be a world-class coach, but I think he'd be a good coach. Like you said, for those streamers, oh, man.
Yeah.
He's perfect.
Yeah.
He gets you clicks and he's teaching you.
Yeah, he's perfect for those guys.
Like, I find it quite funny when AB, when he's talking to that Dean about, like, you need to get up, you can't miss sessions, you can't do this. I was the first person up. And you always hear Tank and Shakur and even Devin to a point, they all call him bro, big bro. They all call Tank AB big bro. He helped him out loads then. And I'm glad he's maybe getting, I'd rather see him doing that than the situation he was put in on Cameron or robbing dice games and shit like that.
Word. Yeah, man, that stuff is crazy what he gets himself into. But hopefully,
he's always going to do that.
Yeah.
With or without boxing. He is who he is.
I think that's just him. But hey, we'll see, man. He's doing the 45-day challenge, though. He is looking better, so shout out to him for that. Trying to get in shape. I appreciate that, man. So Stephen Fulton, you guys think Liam Wilson got his number? I think that's upset alert.
I think it's a great fight. I think we should be tuned in for that co-main because they both will and can fight. But I'm gonna head out, man. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, I appreciate you, Vega. Yeah, man. Liam Wilson, man. You think about that, Mick? You gonna upset Fulton?
I think it's interesting. Like Fulton, for me, Fulton's a great boxer, but obviously he's let himself down in the shock fight, no being on weight. Turned up in Japan like 48 hours before the fight. at least he's in Australia. Wilson is a decent enough fighter. If Fulton's not prepared properly, he could lose on points as well.
Yeah, I agree, man. Wilson might outdog Fulton, man. I just don't know. And that was Shockey Foster fight. I felt like Fulton quit. And I felt like he wasn't trying to win the fight. He was just trying to make it to the finish line. And obviously he blew weight. Bunch of other things. They say he's not disciplined. There's just so many things. And I'm like, man, like Fulton, like, bro, like, did Inoue ruin you? Because, like, I wonder if he did, because after that, you came back, you fought against Castro. You got dropped early in that fight, but then you still managed to win. And then, you go into the Foster fight, but way better opponent, way better opposition, and you blow weight. Foster goes out there, he moves up in weight a bit, and still he beats the brakes off you. It's like, bro, like, come on, man. These performances, he might be done.
Yeah, I think his days as a world champion are kind of done, unless he fights maybe Figueroa at some point. But so disappointing. In a way, may have ruined him. The way how badly he was beaten in that fight.
Yeah.
Look, I think if he fought somebody like Shushu, he'd beat Shushu.
Yeah, I wish he would have got the Shushu fight before he moved up. Thought that would have been a good fight. Oh, yeah, he did beat Figueroa. That's right. He did beat Figueroa. I forgot about that. And then Figueroa went on to beat Nick Ball. So that was at 26. So he probably could have fought Shushu. Probably could have fought him.
I think he's looking to try and be this 3-weight champion, the first ever for Philly or wherever he's from.
Yeah, he would be a 3-weight champion if you could win a belt at 30.
Yeah. I don't think there's ever been one for Philadelphia, so that'll be what he's trying to do. If he can he beat Navarrete? Probably not. Could he beat Kakachi? Oh, he could maybe beat Kakachi.
Maybe. I don't know. Kakashi, he has performances too. He looks good sometimes and other times not so much. But yeah, I don't know, man. 135. I don't know if he could beat those guys.
Nah, it's tough there. Can you imagine what Abdullah Mason or Morataya would do to him at 35? Or even Jadir Herrera.
Yeah, those guys
would just bust him up.
They're just too big. They bring too many problems to the table for him. I like him though. I like Fulton, but like I think Inoue may have ruined him, man. I think Inoue did something to that man. Shout out to Inoue.
Yeah, it's he did take a beat in that fight, and the knockout was bad at the end. It felt he's really an enigma, Fulton. That sometimes he looks amazing, can box on the back foot, looks slick, counter puncher, and then other times he just looks like a bag of shit scraping through a fight. Like Castro was a close fight to a point, and so was Figueroa.
Yeah,
I thought he would beat the guys easily, but
my man Kenyon Taylor said, "What about if Schofield wins the belt and Fulton moves up? Hey, that might be somebody." But I think Fulton's just too small for 35.
Yeah, I think the weight cuts kind of went against Fulton because he cuts a huge amount of weight. Maybe that's went against him. His body can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But like, can you imagine Fulton versus Schofield? Like, one would pull out, one would miss weight, one would be injured, one would be poisoned. Like,
yeah.
Like, even Tank would defend the belt more than they do.
Yep. I wonder about that, man. If Schofield gets the belt, what his career would look like. He'd probably just look for the big money fight, and that's it. He wouldn't defend his belt, but hey. That's why Lucas Body got to stop his ass.
Have they even announced a fight for him yet? No.
Yo, they haven't, man. I don't know what's going on. See, this is the WBA. They should be making these guys either go to a purse bid. They should be forcing this fight to get done. Cause it's like, man, what are you guys waiting for? Are you guys waiting for Tank to be back and active or something like that? I don't know what they're doing, but they're just taking too long with this.
Yeah. I've seen that Pitbull's actually got a fight now against somebody at 140 for some regular belt. So that may another option going for Tank. Dalton Smith and Puello's been remade.
Right. Yep. That's a good fight.
Puello won at the weekend. This will be a tough defense for Dalton Smith.
Oh yeah. I think Puello's a great fighter.
Yeah, very underrated for me.
Yeah, man. I thought he beat Sabril, but that was the tough fight too.
Yeah, we're really hoping that probably Dalton Smith wins, and then we can maybe see Adam Azim versus Dalton Smith.
Oh shoot. That's a big fight over there, man. I see both of them guys. They be jawing at each other all the time. Yeah, Adam Azim, he's definitely a top fighter for sure at 140.
I think he would beat Dalton Smith quite easily. I think between him and Atoma, they're the two biggest prospects. And Jojo Carrigan, the three of them, they'll be the world champions for a while.
Shout out to him, man. What about Leah Tang? That dude that's Tang.
I like Leah Tang.
Think he could win a title one day too, or at least compete?
Oh, certainly that he's that young that he's like Moses. I think he's a year or two younger than Moses, but the way he moves and fights, footwork, and he's got that punching power. But you can see him learning every single fight that he's having. He needs a wee bit of a step up in competition. I think he's fought maybe 3 or 4 times this year already. Yeah, I think he's a great prospect.
Yep, that's Eddie Hearn trying to get in the heavyweight business. We'll see what a Tank could do, though. That was my first time watching him on that Pacheco card.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's still to fill out in his frame properly. He's 6'6" or 6'7", so
yeah, he's tall.
Yeah, for me, he's excellent. Eddie needs a heavyweight soon. Frank's got the market cornered at the minute.
Yeah, man, Frank's got all the heavyweights over there. Frank can do whatever he wants with the heavyweight division. He owns it at this point. And then, he got Caballel. If Caballel somehow can get the Garcia fight and bring another belt over to Queensberry, it makes it interesting for that Dubois fight. Dubois and Caballel, possibly.
Yeah, I think we're going to get Frank Sanchez versus Jalilov for the IBF belt. I'm sure they're going to order that soon.
Damn, Jalilov? You think he's going to fight for a title here? Oh, man.
Yeah. Just where he is in the ranking. Obviously, Frank Sanchez is the number 1 contender. The next fighters on the way down are Atoma, who passed on it. Then there's, I'm sure it's Joshua, and then it's Jalilov. So he's next. Hergovich is in there as well, but because they have fights booked, they'll have to pass on it. I'll move to the next person.
Yeah,
the IBA.
That'd be crazy, man.
And that's Jalilov. That's where he is at the moment.
I mean, not bad for Jalilov. I want him to get into meaningful fights, but I just feel like all his fights, he hasn't tested himself at all.
Yeah, it's crazy that Top Rank have him, and he's been on these cards, and he's 16 or 17-0, but he's fighting on undercards against guys who are limited, to be honest. But it'll certainly be interesting now that Usyk's moving on.
Yeah, shout out to Usyk for dropping the belts and letting the division move on. let these young guys go and fight for these belts, man. But yeah, I think Jalilov, he's got to be in one of these good fights, man. Because how the hell like Richard Torres get into a big fight before him? And he's the guy who beat Richard Torres twice. Like, so it's like, man.
Yeah, seem to beat everybody. Jalilov, Terramona, all the guys that seem to be coming through. Jamilov's beat, knocked out, or stopped in the amateurs. It's for me. He's probably going to look to go back to the Olympics again for the third time. But if he wins that world title, I think it'll be bullshit defenses again.
Yep.
It's, sorry, we're going to say it's interesting. We're going to get Puterbev and Buffal 3. I believe that fight will be made. Callum Smith will be promoted, and he'll fight Buatsi.
Buatsi, shout out to Manuel. He said, "What do you think about Frank Martin to Top Rank?" Hey, I think that's good.
That.
That's good for Frank Martin because they're gonna develop him. They're on the zone, so he's gonna be on the network with everybody else. Plus, they got those TNT cards. Now that might work out fine for Frank. He needs to be active, and being with the PBC is not activity.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see him in with somebody in the 140 division, like maybe him and Matthias would be quite interesting if Matthias is going to stay at that weight.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight. Sabriel. Yeah, Frank Martin. That's a good fight.
Or Adam Azim and Frank Martin.
Adam Azim and Frank Martin. That's also a good boxer. They're with the zone too now, right?
Yeah, it seems everybody's there at the moment, so we should get these fights. They should be easier to make.
Yeah.
I was quite interested in Teofimo and Rolly. I think.
Ooh, Sandor Martin. Damn, that's a tough first fight on Top Rank. Sandor, man, he's a dark horse. I think he's been robbed a couple times. Gave Pollo a tough fight.
He was in the corner. I went to Nathaniel Collins versus Cristobal Lorente.
Mm-hmm.
And April, Sandor Martin was in the corner of Lorente. And the instructions in that he was giving out were great. He's just got a good boxer brain, Sandor Martin.
Nah, he's a great boxer, man. Emiliano Vargas versus Frank. Oh, shoot. That's if they want to toss him up. They want to give Frank a couple wins and then put him in there with Emiliano.
That could be tough as well, yeah.
See if Emiliano could take him out.
Yeah, like that 140 division's got so many great fights that can be made, and we're talking about catch weights and shit like that. And I hope Shakur stays there. Then again, Zuffa didn't even have a 140 division.
Yeah, I wonder where Shakur is gonna go, man. Like if Devin Haney and Team Haney decide to go with the purse bid and go fight Keyshawn, like where does that leave Shakur Stevenson? Like he's just gonna sit out till that fight's done.
The Zuffa Shakur deal, for me, doesn't really change a lot because they were already under contract to Turkey and fighting on ring cards.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see Shakur Stevenson fighting in the garage in Las Vegas.
I hope not, man. We better not see him in that Apex, bro. If Shakur shows up in that Apex, he's gonna get killed, man. They're gonna unalive him on X. Like, on Twitter, they're gonna be all over him, man.
It seems
he better be back in the garden. He better be in the Barclays or something.
Yeah, they've already cut fighters, Zuffa. At 135, they cut Ederson Garcia. He's in a tough fight with Alan Chavez.
Ooh, I saw that. They just announced that today, I think.
Yeah, that'll be a great fight. I rate Chavez highly. The winner will probably fight Abdullah Mason.
That'd be a good fight. Alan Garcia and Abdullah, there are two guys that come out to punch. Oh man, that's a good fight.
Yeah, I was impressed with Abdullah Mason against Albert Bell.
Yeah, man, he got the job done.
He went out and got the knockout at the end, but I think I always had doubts about his gas tank to a point, and once he hurt Albert Bell, he just took the later rounds all the way through for 6 onwards, and then finished the job. I thought it was a great performance at the end. I thought Bell boxed well.
Yeah, I thought Bell was doing well, and then as soon as Abdullah started to break him down, you could see him starting to close the distance. You just knew it was bad for Bell at that point. It's like, man, you can't even keep the kid off you now? Oh, man. And then he said his nose was broke. But the way Abdullah was going to that body, that was beautiful work, man. Body work is kind of like a lost art with these guys. They headhunt a lot. But that's what Abdullah needed to do. And I think his corner did a great job of telling him that. Like, keep going down. They told him keep pressing because they knew Albert Bell was going to fold eventually. Now, I thought the ref stopped it a little early, but we all thought that fight was going to get stopped anyways. It was like 2 minutes in round number 11, I think, where he came out and he basically hit Bell immediately and like put him down on like the first couple punches. And so you were just like, yeah, man, it's going to happen this round.
Yeah, and the way it should be scored, I scored it the same as the judges. I gave the first two to Mason. Both of them never really done much, but usually the champ gets the round at that point. But I thought the next 4, Albert Bell won clearly enough, and then his gas tank just went. He's had all the fights, Albert Bell, and that was his first 12 rounder.
Right.
For me, that's crazy. Like, I know he was a late replacement, things like that, but for to have all the fights and never being like a 12 rounder, it showed at the end.
Yeah, man. I agree. It definitely showed, man. Unfortunately for Bell, I don't know where he goes next because I think I didn't know he was signed with the PBC until that night when the PBC put out that little post on Instagram that they're riding with Albert Bell. I was like, what? He's signing the PBC? So I don't know. Maybe now that the PBC's on the zone, he'll get some fights. But I was worried about that.
Yeah, I seen that. I'm surprised I've heard she's talking for months and months, in fact years, about Albert Bell, but he never told us he was signed with PBC.
I don't even think he knew.
Cheese kick to the curb by Albert Bell.
I think we was all surprised. We're like, what the hell? Albert Bell? Oh, man. But like Albert Bell, yeah, I wonder where he goes next, man. I think he should jump into the 140, division. There's a lot of fights there. I think there's a lot more opportunity for him to get into some more lucrative fights. 135 is still kind of, a lot of young pups there. I don't think a lot of guys are willing to jump in there with Albert Bell, especially after seeing him push Abdullah Mason for that long in the fight. We'll see.
Yeah. I think that, I think Albert Bell could do well. Go to 140, goes into the, man, could you see them putting on with Gary Antoine as a voluntary defence or something like that? I could possibly see it.
Oh, with Albert Bell? I think Gary would say yes to that. Maybe not the promotion, but I think Gary would.
Oh yeah, I think it keeps the belt within PBC, shall we say, or Tom Brown Promotions, or whoever it may be. I was impressed by him. I hope it's not the last we see him. I hope he doesn't go back fighting on these 4-round cards and the Midwest somewhere. Yeah, I hope to see more of him.
Nah, we don't want to see him back in Toledo. Treese, we don't want to see him at the Huntington Center, whatever you call it, man. We want to see him in the Barclays, MGM. We want to see Albert Bell fighting against these other top guys, man. My man Teach said Albert Bell just had terrible management. That's why he didn't get an opportunity until now. Yeah, man. I remember he was also on the OTX, signed to them. I don't know what happened with that. And then I know Pro Box, they said he wasn't entertaining enough. You know, Pro Box just kept it real.
Yeah, it's interesting. One fight I haven't spoke to you about is Chris Billman-Smith and Ryan Rozicki.
Fight of the year.
Ryan Rozicki.
He represented us well, man.
So, look, I've seen a few things written about Ryan Rozicki where he seems to have like passed out after fights and like had trouble straight after fights with his health, and you can see why. That dude does not take a step back.
Nah, he doesn't, man.
He is like a bulldozer coming forward for a full fight.
Yeah. He's crazy. He's crazy with it.
It's one thing that obviously Zuffa had him and Billman-Smith. The one was rated one with the WBC, the other one was in the IBF ready for a title. And now the two of them aren't going to fight for any kind of belt. I just feel sorry for them, but what a great fight. Like,
yeah.
I would
Chris
like to see him
Smith
fight
was
again.
in the BF?
Yeah, he was ranked 3 in the BF.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, they really messed it up. So he can't even fight for the IBF.
No, and then Rozicki was one with the WBC.
Right, yeah, I know Rozicki was one. And that man, Noel McCallan, kept ducking him.
And it's like they two have just fought for like a bag of nuts against each other. And then they're now going to have to wait on David Benavidez.
Right.
Like it's, for me, Zuffa in that cruiserweight division, they had one champion, one at one ranked at 3 in the IBF, and now they've got nothing. Well, they've got Billman-Smith at 1, and then Rozicki's obviously probably fell down the rankings, and it's like, man, it should have been so easy for them to cover that division, yeah.
Yeah, they could have signed a bunch of guys, man. They already had some of the top guys. They still got most of them. They could have went out and tried to sign that division, especially when they got Jai Opatile. Like, you know, he's kind of perceived as the best, and yeah, go out and try to get the others.
Now it's like there's no really a route to them now. You've got the two Australians and New Zealanders going to fight for the final eliminator to fight. I think it's meant to be Vida O'Reilly. That's the one they're going to fight for the vacant belt, I want to say. And Jai's going to fight Michelalian. No, Jai, David Benavidez, yeah.
Well, David, yeah, that's what Mauricio said. He said you got to fight David. That's crazy. He just this is what I'm saying, that the BC just making up rules on the fly. Like, I don't even think David's ranked top 5 in the BC. Like, that
No, he'll not have a rank at all because he's a champion, yeah.
So it's like, bro, what the hell? Why you just immediately say, yo, you got to fight that dude or else you lose your belt, man?
So the only thing I can think of is that he's still the WBC champ at 75, David. So doing that shit where he can move up a division and become the mandatory, because he still holds that belt. He's never gave that up yet.
That's true. I forgot about that. He still has that BC belt at 75, which I don't think he's going back there.
Nah, he's not interested in fighting for that either.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. We'll see what he does next, though. He's at cruiserweight, so I'm excited to see what Benavidez could do, man. He could definitely undispute. He could definitely go undisputed.
It should be an easy path at the minute. Beats Michelalian, and he's going to have to fight Kaniba or Vida O'Reilly for the last belt.
Right.
I think that's the way he'll go.
Absolutely, man. But yo, Mick, I'm gonna wrap this up, man. I gotta get some dinner ready for these kids, man.
Nice, bro. Take it easy. I appreciate you having me on. I'll try and get some footage for you from the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah,
I
man, that'd be
appreciate you
awesome.
pointing the guys out.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, brother.
No worries, Ryan.
All right, my man Mick, bro, from Scotland. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. Salute to everybody else who been tuning in, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button on the way out if you haven't done so. It's your boy, man. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Kenyo Taylor dropping the super chat, man. Shout out to my brother Doc for bringing up the membership. And appreciate everybody in the chat, man, for rocking out with me. You guys always showing love, supporting the channel, man. We trying to grow, man. We just trying to grow. One day at a time, man. You know how it is, man. Shout out to Nigerian Nightmare. New Problems. He said you going live this weekend, bro. Yeah, I'm probably going to go live for the AJ. I think the AJ I'm going to go live for, man. Do the fight chat. I'll probably try to do the Edgar and Stephen Butler. Shout out to Stephen Butler from Canada. I'll try to do that one as well. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all be good, man. Y'all have a good day. It is a hump day. Hope y'all go home from work fine. But yeah, we back. Probably gonna be back through maybe tomorrow night. Yeah. We'll go tomorrow night because I haven't done the Zuffa card, man. We'll do that tomorrow night. We'll talk about the Zuffa card, Berlanga, Butler, and the best fight on the card is actually what opened up the main card. Jaleel Hackett and Deverenchenko. That's gonna be the banger, man. But salute to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all. Peace.